Says you don't have the experience to run the state. He says you should have stayed in the state's attorney's office so you can do what you're good at, chase mobsters. Who's in control of the garbage cartel? Who's running the mob, Pete?
Go ask Albert. When he's in Binghamton, he can't buy a headline. So he comes back to Brooklyn, says, go ask Albert. For 15 years since he was an assistant state's attorney, he's been addicted to a dream. Governor Alatorre, Senator Alatorre, President Wiseguy. And the opiate that drives that dream is the destruction of Albert Sirico. 6 times he tried to indict me, never got past the grand jury. He doesn't prosecute, he persecutes. But his persecution is made legitimate because it's done in the name of the law. He's using me to achieve a political end. Guilt or innocence couldn't be more irrelevant. And look at this.
Garbage barge loaded with over 30 tons of refuse has reached the Caribbean island of Alatorre. But as has happened at every other port during the barge's 12-day odyssey, it has not been allowed to offload its rather unsavory cargo.
My barge. Boys at the club make jokes about it. Costing me $6 grand a day to keep it floating. But who wants to put a price on laughter, huh?
Yeah, it's a very rare commodity these days. And we got a war in our hands. It's very expensive, very stupid. Unless we bring it to an end, this war is going to be the last one. Peace is a rare commodity, too, but you can't put a price on it. Now, I can get Gross to ante up, but what about you, Albert? What are you willing to give up for peace?
I give up nothing. Not 1 inch of my territory, not $1 of my business. We've given up too much already.
This is a negotiable issue.
We've emasculated ourselves. Ziffo's legacy is carried out by Grosset is to sell off pieces of our business, to broker our future to the highest bidder. As a result, we become vulnerable to those who aren't even part of us, the Chinese tongs, the Jamaicans. That's never happened before. The solution to our problem is not what we're willing to give, it's what we're able to take. At the turn of the century, the 20s, the 50s, our vitality comes from expansion. Study history, Vincent. What's past is prologue.
Grosset is short-sighted. So maybe the best way to deal with him is not to make him look past his own nose. The risk of expansion is what's making him nervous. You protect his exposure. He's got no reason to stonewall.
So you're suggesting that I underwrite the expansion?
I'll call it backing up your faith with capital. Unless your faith isn't as strong as you say it is.
I'll do it. It's role of peacemaker. What do you expect to gain from it?
My family's safety. Piece of the action that rightfully belongs to Ayupo, which I hope to be worth something to me.
Law of primogeniture.
I have studied history.
Car's ready, Albert.
Well, take a ladder with you to meet my family.
Albert, maybe we should go out the back door.
Where's the family? Albert, who's running things down?
Come on, out. Get out of here. What are you doing?
Albert, hey.
What kind of behavior is this? I've always been good for a picture, quote, whatever you guys want when you come to my office. Now you gotta violate my home. Well, show some respect, all right? Don't do this again.
Alatorre said we should come here.
Yeah, I know. He said go ask Albert, right? Well, you know. Well, what is it with him? Why does he gotta single me out all the time? Except my last name ends in a vowel.
Oh, come on, Albert. So does his.
Yeah, well, must be psychological.
Who's running the commission now Tony Ziffo's dead?
Are you in control of the garbage cartel?
Cartel? What is that, cartel?
You know.
What I do know is that I got a barge on the Caribbean I can't get rid of. Cost me 6 G's a day. Now, does that sound like a guy who's controlling anything?
What about the garbage wars? Is it going to get worse?
Wars? What? This isn't Beirut. There are no wars here. You know, fellas, I'm a family man, right? You know that. I'm going to the airport now, pick up my family. And would I bring them back if it wasn't safe?
Anything we should tell Alatorre?
Well, tell him, tell him that I give him my vote. We need a nice Italian boy running things.
Okay, thanks.
All right?
Thanks.
All right.
You get the car, I got the camera.
Give them a big quote, they lay down like a $2 hole.
I don't think they're going to lay down. I think they're going to dog you everywhere you go. And you just told them where you're going.
What about Alatorre? What about the garbage war?
It's like a football game, huh? We're busting through the line like O.J. used to. Get out of here, come on.
Those reporters have me blocked in, Albert. We can't go anywhere.
It's all right, it's okay. Honey, this is Vinnie Terranova. He's a good fella.
Hi.
It's my son, Albert.
Hi, Albert.
Hey, sweetheart, you okay? Huh?
I thought they were going to hurt us.
What do you mean hurt you? Come here. Come here, would I let them do that? Nobody's gonna hurt you. Huh? Nobody's gonna hurt you as long as I'm here. Promise, all right? Huh?
We keep selling off territory. The only thing we buy is vulnerability.
We have to expand, Joey.
Expand. That's Sirico's favorite word.
It's just another word for survival.
Thought you were representing Ayupo's interests. Since when you become Sirico's mouthpiece?
And my stepfather is sucking air through 6 bullet holes. I am protecting his interest, and his interest is peace. Now, expansion is a good idea. I'm not going to ignore a good idea when one comes along.
Expansion costs. Time, money, manpower. Sirico wants to spend, let him. I got my own family to worry about, not as Zifo's dead.
You know, you're right. You're absolutely right. Your family's security has to be the foremost thing in your mind. It is for all of us. And that's why Sirico's willing to underwrite your risk.
Hey, Joey, that's...
Hey, I want advice from you on how to run my family. I'll ask for it. Till then, you walk behind me and you shut up.
These cigarette machines, video games. How far out in the island are you placing them?
Far enough.
Oh, yeah? Suffolk County? You know people are moving out there like there's no tomorrow? And what about your laundries and garbage trucks?
What, I gotta count to you?
No, you don't have to account to me. What I'm saying is you get the families behind you, you can push your territory all the way out to Montauk Point.
Maybe push me off the point, into the ocean.
Oh, jeez, Joe, you're not a very trusting guy, are you?
I don't believe in trust. I believe in control. You expand, you lose it. I'm in control of my family, and that's the way it's gonna stay.
Joey.
I'm talking here.
I need you.
Now you be my mouthpiece. No expansion.
What are you doing out there?
She's still Ziffo's daughter, isn't she?
My cousin Joey.
I'm trying to help you.
He's in love with her, really.
Sure hope he's paying you a lot, Carlo.
Yeah, you got a feel for the guy, Vinnie. He's been under a lot of stress lately, what with Tony's Z going away. Yeah, maybe we could work something out. I think this expanding is a good thing for everybody.
Huh?
Really. Let me take him down to AC. Get him to relax a little bit. I think I could convince him.
Well, he either goes along, or it becomes an obstruction. You know what happens to obstructions, right, Carlo?
Absolutely.
We're emphasizing the fact that your cost per conviction ratio is the lowest in the history of the state's attorney's office.
Nobody cares about that. They want Sirico in jail.
Peter, we're strategizing a campaign that portrays you, despite your youth, as a skilled manager, not the Cape Crusader.
Tonight at Grand Central, they were screaming, "Get Albert, get Albert," like they were at a damn ball game.
We can't strategize on the basis of emotional response.
What the hell do you think politics is? I paid your firm $3 million for your strategizing, and it's costing me an election that should have been in the bag. From now on, every print or film piece we run had better have the word mob, crime, or law in it. Or you're fired. All of you! This is my campaign, not yours. I'm going to take control of it. Maybe too late to save this thing, but I'm going to start playing to my strength.
Alatorre's losing his mind.
Hello?
Ernie, it's Peter. What's going on with La Familia?
We're investigating the Zippo hit, but we won't find much.
Is the war going to continue?
Probably. Till Sirico consolidates his power and takes a bullet.
Pull Sirico's file.
We figure Grossett's his main competition.
Joey, Grossett, or Gina?
Your guess as good as ours. We heard Gina's wearing her late father's jock straps.
Tell me something new. Ernie, it's desperation time.
There's a new face that keeps popping up. Vincent Terranova.
Why do I know that name?
Apparently he's got some juice, but we don't know the source. Sirico's been buddying up with him.
That's it. Started out in Atlantic City, small-time muscle. Brother was a Brooklyn priest, died last year. His mother's married to Rudy Ayupo.
You gotta be kidding.
Who's Rudy Ayupo?
Thanks, Ernie. My love to Carol. That was worth $3 million.
Who's Rudy Ayupo?
You don't know media and you don't know the mob. Rudy Ayupo was the former head of the La Familia. Retired 15 years ago and was deported to Sicily. The Silver Fox. There was a maelstrom of criminality surrounding him, and he just sat right in its eye tending his tomatoes. When's the best time to call a press conference?
4 o'clock. We can just make the evening news. They won't have time to string their own sound bites. They'd have to use ours.
Tell them we have a major announcement on mob activity, but don't be too specific.
The press club?
The steps of the courthouse. I want them to see those scales of justice behind me. When I tell them Rudy Ayupo is controlling the mob from Palermo, through his steps on Vincent Terranova.
Gubernatorial candidate Peter Alatorre has scheduled a press conference this afternoon. His staff confirmed he will make a major announcement on the commission of La Familia and the personalities involved in the so-called garbage war.
Mr. Peter Alatorre, step up and say hello. Mr. Peter Alatorre, your next governor. Meet Peter Alatorre, your next governor.
How are you?
Shake hands with Peter Alatorre.
Hi. I need your help election day.
Mr. Alatorre.
Hi. Hope the other guy looks worse.
Yes, sir. Frank McPike, OCB. We need to talk now, sir. Please, please.
Hey, where you going? We've got to be in the Bronx at 9:30.
The law comes first, Jacobson, always. How can I help? So what's this all about?
I just need a moment to speak to you privately, Mr. Alatorre.
Hey, this boat's not in service.
That'll be perfect. What are you going to announce at your press conference?
Why couldn't you ask me that on the dock?
We don't want to throw water on your campaign. If anything, our sympathy goes with the next prosecutor, but we need to know what you're going to announce.
That Rudy Ayup was controlling the mob from Sicily through his stepson, Vincent Terranova.
Uncle Mike?
I'm right here, Frank.
I need a chopper at Battery Park, Stat. Contact 4587. Pimlico's open.
Ayupo's stepson's an agent, and Ayupo doesn't know it?
It's the idea, isn't it? We have a man that's sitting on the commission of La Familia. Of all people that should appreciate it, it's you. I know the timing stinks, and I'm sorry. But if the OCB can do anything to offset you canceling the news conference, we'd be...
What are you talking about? I'm not canceling. I'm making the announcement as scheduled. This campaign cost $10 million. If it were June, I'd cancel the conference and no one remember. But it's October. And I committed myself to make an announcement on the mob. If I cancel now, I'll be accused of grandstanding. And no one will forget that when they walk in the booth.
I have a man that's on the line here.
I've got the state of New York on the line. And I'm egotistical enough to think I can make a difference in the lives of 18 million people.
You cannot go public with this man's name.
Why not? He's had coverage before.
Fifth paragraph, also under investigation. The only people that gave a damn are the people that owed him money. Now, you're talking about putting his mug on every newspaper in the state, maybe the nation.
That works for you, Frank. It'll only serve to confirm his position to Sirico and the others.
No, I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about now. You make this man a public image, and he'll never be able to shed that.
Guys get overexposed. Next case, you get someone else. It's in the manual, Frank. I've read it. That's the business you're in.
I'm not talking about business. Now, you listen to me. I'm talking about a man who is as dedicated to his work as you are to yours. You're talking about putting a mark of Cain on him that he'll never be able to erase. Talking about turning him into pariah. You're talking about ruining his life.
I don't know, Frank. I don't know.
Yeah, Vinnie. Hey, it's your Uncle Mike. Listen, I've been calling all over town for you. You must be busy, eh?
Yeah, I got an appointment with a certain party.
Yeah, well, can you get out of it?
I don't think so.
Gee, that's too bad. Pimlico's open. Here, I thought maybe you could leave from Teterboro. Catch the first race.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, sorry, Vince, I gotta cancel. There's a problem with my son.
What's the matter?
Well, I don't know. It's something with the school, you know. I gotta go home. There's something with the school. Can we deal with this tomorrow? You know? I wanna know how it went with Grosset.
Yeah, sure.
What does he think? You got this kind of flexibility built into your schedule?
Well, I do today, Pooch.
You know, I bet if you went through the Alatorre and the Terranova family albums, they'd be pretty much the same.
Don't play me, Frank. I'm not a tune you know.
Vincent Terranova is first generation. To his parents, nothing spelled making it in America more than to have a son that was a doctor, lawyer, or a cop. If it was only to tear down the stereotype that all Italians are gangsters.
And all Irishmen are drunks.
I admit that I've worked a little harder to bring down a Mick who'd gone bad.
I put away criminals, Frank. I never cared where their parents come from.
I'm trying to save my friend, Peter.
I don't want to hurt him. Honest to God, I don't. Well, give me something else. Give me something else to announce and I'll do it.
I can't do it in 8 hours.
If I cancel, I cut my throat.
Now, you don't cancel, you just postpone.
How long?
Sunday afternoon.
36 hours?
Slowest news day of the week. It'll take World War III to knock you off the lead.
I should have hired you as my media consultant. Whatever you give me has to be as important as I said it would be, or at least something I could sell as being important.
I understand, and I thank you.
This means I have your vote?
I live in Jersey. For you, I move.
All right, let's get airborne. I thought this was just a meet. What'd you do to yourself?
It's all right. We're gonna land in Baltimore in case your phone wasn't safe and they try to figure out where you've been. Now, Sunday afternoon, Alatorre is gonna announce to the world that you've been warming a seat on the commission and that you've been running the mob for Iupo. All this to win the governorship. So much for the electoral process. Can we give him Sirico?
He's 80% Teflon. The 20% that might stick is just gonna bring us a suspended sentence, maybe short time, I don't know.
Grosset?
I tried pumping him about his business, but he's real cagey. The only thing I'm sure about him is that his wife's got a ring through his nose.
Alatorre's not gonna give us another reprieve.
I'm not sure I care anymore.
Have you talked to her?
Yeah, on the phone. She won't see me. She knows as long as I'm with the OCB, my life is gonna be nothing. Nothing but this all the time. If it wasn't for my mother, I could probably live with the press coverage. And if it wasn't for her, and you, I'd just as soon go with the mob. What the hell, they eat better.
You only say that because you mean it. Is there anybody else that's worth a press conference besides Grosset and Sirico?
Yeah, maybe.
Who?
Carlos Spalletta, Grosset's cousin.
We turn him?
Grosset treated me that way, I would. Yeah, he's a real hustler, Frank. He's always looking for new business.
We could provide that.
Oh.
Cartage business, uptown sting.
In a day and a half?
Could be done. If he's the only card we're holding, we gotta play him.
Well, let's play.
I'm placing Northside with information. I'll get the line in. But you're gonna have to handle surveillance. Now, Frank, the phone company's giving us a history for Northside carding. Bills, service records, as well as the hardware. I've ordered microphones and a video package. I'm figuring you'll pick the spot to install the two-way window. And we are gonna have to get on the stick. I talked to Vinnie. He's at Tosca Cartage waiting for Sirico. And from there, he's going to Grosset's to put the hook into Carlo. Carlo could be up your way anytime within the next couple of hours.
The crime is being my son. All this with Alatorre. Headlines and shit. Private school. You know, congressmen, kids go there. Headmaster said that, well, they don't want their kids to go with undesirables, you know. Their support keeps the school solvent. So their wishes got to be respected, you know. They need a new library. I said I'd give it to them. You know, putting my name on it would be unacceptable. I said I'd give it to him, you know. I mean, no, you don't have to put my name on it. He said no. He said the congressmen are worried about their reputations. I told him that my son's reputation is beyond reproach. But I knew that's not what he meant. He said that I was a great kid. And everybody likes him. All I kept hearing was sins of the fathers. Well, where's the fairness, Vinnie? Well, man, Kennedy was a bootlegger and a stock manipulator. His sons went to Harvard.
His sons died. Albert, he's your son. He trusts you. He'll believe anything you tell him.
The kids today, they don't buy that garbage. I'm your father and all of that. Does he know?
He just doesn't know why.
David said it was because you were on the news again. I said Richie's father was on the news. He said Richie's father makes laws, and you break them. Do you? Do you break laws?
There are different kinds of laws, Albert. Laws that are made by powerful people to make sure that other people don't take their power away. These are selfish laws. And then there are laws that nobody really makes, you know, they just exist and always have. You know, those are the important laws. And the most important law is to protect your family and be loyal to your friends. Now, I've never broken that law. Now, if you live by it, you'll be a man that people will respect, you know?
Do people respect you?
I think so, yeah.
David said nobody will mess with you.
Well, that's a sign of respect.
He said they're afraid of you.
Oh, what's he think? He thinks that I'm like a monster? Is that what he thinks, that I'm gonna come again? Stop that.
People respect you. Why can't I go back to school?
It's okay if you cry. Huh? I cried.
Why?
It's because I couldn't keep my promise to you. When I said that I'd make sure that no one would ever hurt you. No matter how much I want to protect you from that, I can't. And when I realized that, I cried. Now, what's my favorite record? O dolci baci, o languide carezze.
Tosca.
That's right. Good. Well, it's about an artist named Caravadosi. His friend escapes from prison, you know, and comes to him for help. Now, they torture Caravadosi, but he doesn't give up his friend. He doesn't tell him where he is. See, he believes that loyalty to the people he cares about is so important that he'll suffer in order to do it.
Did his friend get away?
No, he died. You know, even though Caravadosi tried to protect him, he wound up suffering too. See, it's kind of like that with us. You're my friend, and I want to protect you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Mr. Baldwin. And I'm going to talk to him, and I'm trying to make him get you back into school.
How?
Well, I know how to deal with people. But if I can't, you go to a new school. You make new friends.
I don't care about my friends. Just don't go on the news anymore.
Oscar Cottage.
Vinnie over there?
This is he. Who's this?
It's me. Northside Carding, 1416 West 126th Street.
Wait a minute, Frank. Wait a minute. Sirico's kid's been taken out of his private school because of the publicity about the war. I want you to get him to take him back in.
Vince, we got more important things.
Hey, congressmen's kids go to this school. I want you to find out who and tell them to back off.
Vince!
Frank, just do it. There's a message here, Joey, and you better stop receiving it. There's territory to be gained, not lost.
Like what?
Like I already told you, the island is ripe with opportunity. In a half hour north of here, there's a place we could take any time we want.
What place?
A place called Northside Carting, 126th Street.
Jews do business in Harlem.
Jews do business in Harlem. That's because they know where the business is. This place carts for restaurants from the west side all the way to Fort Tryon. There is money to be made here, Joey, and money is money. Unless you already have so much you don't know what to do with it. Or unless you just want to keep your people hungry.
My people are my business. Now, how I treat them...
It's none of my concern, I realize that. Unless it impacts on all of us. What I'm saying is, carry your own weight through this expansion, or it'll be carried for you. Talking to you, Carlo.
He tries to take what's mine. He ain't gonna like what he gets. I'll see you Sunday at the house.
How come you keep fighting with these guys, huh? You don't think I hear? Joey, babe, expansion makes sense. We can handle Sirico. Let's turn over.
I don't know what to do. Your father had answers.
It's all right.
Might have to. I was learning from him. I'm lost without him.
It's all right, babe. I'm here. I'm here.
Tell you what, why don't you look after my car for me? Yo, who's working here?
The hell you want?
I want to talk business.
Yeah. What kind?
Don't concern you. Go get the boss out here.
Man, I don't have to get him.
You own this place? You own this place?
Yeah, I own this place. Now what you got to say?
Goodbye. Aro. You didn't tell me Munoz owned this place.
Frank, what happened? What the hell happened, Frank? Frank?
I can't believe it. I can't believe McPike would let this happen.
Well, Mom, short of shooting Alatorre, there's not much else Frank could do.
So that's it? You just accept this? You just accept the fact that the newspapers will print your picture and that next to it will be the word mafioso?
Mom, I'm not accepting it. I'm making a conscious, active decision. Please, come here, come on. Sit down. Please. Listen to me, Mom. I never expected to be sitting on the commission. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. McPike wanted me to, and I told him I wouldn't. Because of you. And Rudy. Because it was family. And then Rudy got shot. And I had to do it. Because it was family. After 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, my life will never be the same again. I won't be able to delude myself into thinking that I can blend into the woodwork of Brooklyn or any place else for that matter. My life will become a photo opportunity.
And that's what you want?
No, of course not. But I do want to get the guys that violated your home. It's not like it was before, Mom. I'm not confused by these guys anymore. I know exactly who they are. That's why I'm going to play this to the hilt. I'm going to take all these guys down and enjoy every minute of it. And when it's all over, I know I'll have given them a piece of my life. But it'll be worth it. But I know it won't ever really be over.
You'll be lonely, Vincenzo.
Yeah, I know that'll be part of the price. And I won't enjoy paying it. But I'll find somebody. I will. Maybe it's Amber, I don't know. I'll find somebody who can look past the label until I know her well enough to tell her the truth. And when I tell her, she'll believe it. Because she'll believe in me more than she cares about what the rest of the world thinks. I'll find somebody like you.
Carlotta, I was hoping... You've taken my son away from me. You've given him to your criminals. You've sacrificed him, Rudy. Peter Alatorre is having a press conference tomorrow. He's going to announce that Vincenzo is your representative on the commission. You lied to me when you said you were finished with La Familia. Not only was that a lie, but Vincenzo has become part of it, and you were content not to let me know. I had to find out myself. The lies that you told me, I could live with, as long as only I had to bear the pain. But Vincenzo is going to be branded a criminal on the front page of the Times, and that's going to be his pain for the rest of his life. Oh, you chose your life, Rudy, but you manipulated his to suit your own desires. You wanted a son to follow in your footsteps, but he's my son, not yours. My son. Carlotta. Carlotta. When you come home, I won't be there. Carlotta!
What's wrong, boss? I
have a job for you.
Step up and say hello to Mr. Peter Alatorre. Please say hello. Shake hands with the next governor of New York, Mr. Peter Alatorre. Please say hi to Mr. Peter Alatorre, your next governor. Mr. Peter Alatorre, meet the next governor of New York, Mr. Peter Alatorre. Step up and say hello. Mr. Peter Alatorre, your next governor. Step up and say hello to Mr. Peter Alatorre. Please say hello. Shake hands with the next governor of New York, Mr. Peter Alatorre. Please say hi to Mr. Peter Alatorre, your next governor. Mr. Peter Alatorre, meet the next governor of New York, Mr. Peter Alatorre.
You were deported.
Is this Palermo?
How'd you get back?
A powerful man can do the unexpected. It's part of what makes him powerful. This election, you may think it's about service and altruism. No, it's about power. You want it, I can understand that.
You don't understand anything about me.
If it makes you feel better.
All I have to do is pick up a phone, and I can have you sent right back to Sicily.
I'm an old man, I can fight deportation. Besides, I've been savagely wounded by, who knows?
Sirico? Grasset?
You want to go fishing by a boat?
I shouldn't even be here.
But you came as I knew you would. You see, I do understand.
Why did you want to see me?
I wanted you to see me.
I am sick and tired of seeing innocent people victimized in this garbage war, as in all wars. The innocent are the ultimate victims, while organized criminals get richer and elected officials get older and more complacent. During my campaign, I've been asked many times, who's running the mob? Who are the generals in the garbage war? Some are names we already know. The old names, like Sirico, Grasset, Pasternak, Veskov. But today I want to add a new name to that list.
Who the hell's he talking about?
The man who leads the mob today does so through the connection of family and of experience. It will take a man with the experience of a former prosecutor to bring him down. Who is this man? Rodolfo Ayupo, formerly known as the Don. Deported once. He has returned illegally to our state. Our state. We know where the responsibility for that lies. As we speak...
Won't be long before Alatorre knows about you, Vince. Then you'll be the one to follow
He will
him.
live out his days among us. He is wrong.
Sins of the father.
If I am elected, his deportation will become the #1 organized crime priority of this administration. I'll take questions now.
Been on the ball game. Vincenzo. Vinnie.
How you feeling?
I can eat like a human being again. How'd you make out with the negotiations?
Slow. Gross's a tough nut.
Him or his wife?
See Alatorre's press conference?
Politicians. I was watching the Giants.
He knows you're back. I don't know how he knows, but he does.
Hey, I can eat again. Who cares what he knows?
He's gonna make it his business to deport you again.
I'll be here to see your children get married. Maybe I'll be up there. Or maybe down there. But wherever I'll be, I won't be in Sicily. The longer this war lasts, the more dangerous it will become. For you, for all of us. Grosset is henpecked. You never know what a henpecked man's gonna do to prove he's a man. Zerico, if he suspects you are forming alliances with people other than him, his soft voice could be the last one you hear. Act quickly, Vincenzo, but carefully. Capisci?
See.
Go back! There it is!
You got him down.
Fumble!
First and 10, you got it. Oh. I just got off the phone with Mr. Bowling. You can go back to school.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Huh? Didn't I tell you I was going to try my best?
I'm going to go tell David. David! David! David!
Hey. You got to know how to deal with people.